Hey, what's up, y'all? How are you? Oh, doo-doo. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. 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 How is everybody? We are talking about this package I got, and I want to hear some of y'all's um experiences. How is everybody doing this afternoon? It is 3 o'clock on a Wednesday. Happy hump day. Boom, 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 boom. Happy hump day. Let me see. What is y'all doing? Let me see who is. Hey, Andre. How are you? Ah, so I have a new hey Allure. Yes, I went back to blonde, and my waves is coming in, baby. I don't know if y'all can see it, but they are coming in. Trying to get my 360s popping like the tray, honey. Trying to get them popping, and they trying to pop a little taste. Trying to. They look better in the back. I don't know if y'all can see. They look better on the back side, honey. The wave, like bald head on my bald head dyke shit. Little something for the winter time. Give you all blonde for the winter instead of being the typical blonde for the summer. I like to be lighter in the winter and darker in the summer when it comes to hair. So I was on my friend's I was on my friend's Facebook, and he said he had posted this sex toy, and he said, "Do not order this thing. This thing is crazy wild." So of course I ordered it because the way he was describing it sounds like my love. So I wanted to show it to y'all. Isn't this freaking cool? So let's take it out the box. Take it out. So you know, this right here, this goes around your scrotum, this big ring, it stretches. And then this ring goes around your piece. This is for people who have penises or. And this goes inside you. So this goes inside your booty hole. And so it goes inside your booty hole like that. So say this is your booty hole. Zoop. And this goes on your scrotum and this one on your piece. Isn't that super cool? So when you cut it on, So it's on. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Then you have this remote thing that when you, hey Brandon, so the remote thing controls this. So my friend said, as soon as he, I don't really know. Let me look in the box. They be trying to be extra discreet, so they don't really tell you nothing. AMZ Lab. Yes, that's what it says. AMZ Lab. So yes, thank you, Jess. So you cut this on. And it's rechargeable, so you got the charging thing right here. And so y'all hear it? Oh, I put it right there. Shaky, razzle and dazzle. And then when you press the button, it changes. Do y'all hear it? Do y'all hear it when I put it on the mic? Thank you, Gigi. Do y'all hear it when it's like this or when I put it on the mic like this? I can't tell. So, ooh. And then you press the button again, it changes its vibration pattern. That's a little bit higher. So, honey, you feel the cookie is going wear it out. Super high. It's making my fingers tingle. And then I'm like, woo, hold on. And then you push the other button. And then it's a pulse. And then oh, did your mouth just water? No, it did. It's like a low note. It's like a low. You can hear it because I'm crazy tonal. It's like a low note. And then let's see what it goes to. All right, let's see where it goes to next. Yeah, I have it on my mic, so that's why it's not. If I have it over here, I don't think can y'all hear it when it's away? Cause shit, I barely can hear it. But I just have it by the mic, so y'all can hear it. All right, let's do the next setting. All right, and then. All these fucking settings just wear me out. Here go another one. Oh, did that cut it off? Okay, that was it. Okay. I thought that was fucking cool. Let me cut it off. I thought that was fucking cool because I have another one that's similar to this. It looks like a how do I describe the other one? It's similar to this but it's this part is bigger. It doesn't have this part at all, but this part is bigger where like you can kind of do that. And it's instead of it being one tubular thing that looks like a banana, it looks like a diamond with like a hole right here. And you can squeeze it to get it in you, but when you get it in there, it expands back out and it just fills up your hole. Kind of like this. It looks like this butt plug. So say it was a bigger bigger butt plug, but it was made of rubber and it had a hole in the middle of it. And so when you put it in you, the hole gets smaller and you can't see the hole. And then once it gets up in there, it expands back out. And the whole thing has some type of mechanism in it. Ooh, some type of mechanism in it that, vibrates. That vibrates. And so the problem with that one is it only has 3 settings. Like it has a and then it has a and then it has a that's all it gives. It don't give you any kind of variety other than those 3. And the way for me, the problem that I have with it is that because of how it's shaped, when I get to doing my thing with the front part of my body, out of the back part, I don't know if y'all body do this, but when I get to stroking it, it will my hole clenches just by itself, like it just does it. And so what happens is if I'm stroking, it'll squeeze the toy out instead of it staying up in there. It'll the clenching of my sphincter will push the toy out. And I don't want it to be able to push out. I need it to stay in. And I feel like this might, I don't know why I think that, because it might not. But I don't know. This feels like it might stay in better. Maybe not, though. I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't tried it out. I just opened it up. So I'll see what it gives. And report back to y'all, because all these settings feels like they're going to be sickening. Like they're going to be much, much better than the other one that I got. And so my question, since I showed y'all my toy, I want to know, do y'all have any toys that y'all love? I keep seeing these toys, this thing called the Rose, but that seems like it's more for people with vaginas. And what are y'all? Do y'all have toys? Do y'all like toys? Do y'all not like toys? What is y'all tea with the toys? Do y'all live for it? Do y'all not live for it? Let me put this back in here. Do I cut it off? Yes. Bam. Because I have a couple of things. I stuff like this. Usually I buy for me, and then for friends, I have other things. I have this one that has a handle on it. It's like a piece with a handle on it. And I have a plug I own that has all those settings and it's temperature control and also thrust. Oh, you got a whole thing. How much did it cost though? When they get to doing all the special stuff, it gets how does it look like that or does is it a part of a mechanism? How does it thrust on its own? Or it just goes in and out? I enjoy glass dildos and butt plugs. The temperature play is fun. I don't like cold shit. Toys are fun. It helps you to know your body and teach your partner to learn it. I know that's right, Jennifer. I enjoy I don't really use toys with partners like on my own body. Like I my toy play is usually a part of my masturbation. It is not a part of my um how much is that one? Let me go to my Amazon. I got it on Amazon. Let me see. It wasn't super expensive. It was got to know, oh, body and soul. You got no doubt. Inside and out, we were oh, body and soul. Don't leave me out in the cold. Just love me, body and soul. It was, let's see, it was. Oh, it says currently award out. It says currently unavailable. So apparently it also has vibrating in the on the rings too. But it was $40. Wait, this one, oh, it doesn't have a price. Hold on. What did I pay for it? Um, order info. It was $26.99. So it was $27. $27. Yes, which is reasonable. Let's see. He could also double as a weapon just in case work. How much is that? It is a mechanism that moves back and forth in the plug. That sounds like it's my sick thing. Go ahead and link me that baby on Instagram so I can see what it gives. I think mine was like 40, $50. That sounds love. Is it metal? Because I like them to be metal. Now you got me playing Anita, the best for the rainy day. Right. Is it raining over there? It's not raining over here no more. It was raining earlier. To be honest, I don't feel fish when I'm using toys with somebody else. It's not really about me feeling fish. It's not for me. I just don't use toys because I picked you because you had a big old dick. You're not coming in my house without me knowing what the dick is doing. So I picked you because you got a big dick, and so I'm here to play with your penis. And you're here to play with mine. So let's get our life with each other. But yeah, so I don't really use toys with the guys I hook up with unless it's unless I'm just trying to be different. Sometimes I'm just in the mode of I'm just trying to bang your cakes out. Da, 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 da. But if I'm in the mood to play, like if I'm in the mood to, thank you, Android. Um, if I'm in the mood to play and you gonna be over for a little minute and I'm not just trying to do wham bam thank you ma'am. Sometimes I'll lube a nigga up and get and pull out the toys and get to playing in that booty in that dookie shoot, baby. And just to have fun, just with a toy. And I have a double thing where it can go in him and me at the same time, and we can bang our booties together. TMI, but it's fun. We have our fun. Some people it's just a little bit more fun. Ah, LOL, the dick being the admission ticket. It is the admission, baby. It is the admission. I use toys on them. Yeah, sometimes if I'm in that mood, like if I really like a dude, particularly if he got a pretty ass booty, if he has a pretty ass like just Rumpelstiltskin baby, if you have a Rumpelstiltskin baby and you like, and you just want to enjoy it, yeah. And plus, the good thing about toys is it turns me off for dudes to be running from dick. It turns me off. Like if you're running from the dick, it turns me off. So toys allow me to open you up. So when it's time for me to slide on in, you're not being all scary and stupid. You let me open you up a little bit, and you'll be ready for me to clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Dum, 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 dum. Everybody clap your hands. So that is always a good prep. I don't have any choice, but I want to get some so I can train for the dark arts. So right. Professor Snape, baby. I live. So yeah, they just add a flair, a freaky flair to a session sometimes. And I love it. Don't leave me out in the cold. Look what you've done to me. Cannot eat, I cannot sleep. Mm. I am doing great, Shonette. I gotta go, but I'll pop back in if you're still on. Yes, Brandon. Enjoy your day. It's early today. I'm usually on here in the evening. But today, I wanted to show y'all my toy because I just got it. And I wanted to show it to y'all before I used it tonight, baby. But my friend was like, it was too much for him. So I was like, well, if it's too much for you, it's probably going to be just right for me. And so let me go ahead and order it, baby. Mm-hmm. What do y'all be doing on Wednesdays? Wednesdays are boring for me. They're usually like a work day where I have to do tons of work. Mm-hmm. would I be? What are y'all watching? Like, I haven't really been watching anything. I've been like watching my favorite like series. Like some of my favorite series are like The Matrix, Underworld, shit that I can binge. The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, shit that I can binge watch. You know, adventure shit that I can binge watch. Action. I've been kind of binge watching that, so I haven't been watching anything good. What are y'all watching that's good? Because I can't really. I some my homegirl Brianna, she tried to get me watching The Kingdom, and I got to episode 3, and yes, Kingdom. What did you get? I got a sex toy. Brianna, I just demonstrated you missed it. I was showing what what your caller said he didn't like, but I ordered. I was showing what I got. I started watching Nine Strangers, the new the new show with Nicole Kidman. Oh, that's on Hulu. I might watch that. Okay, I'm gonna start watching that. That's a zombie series based in Korea. Yes. Kingdom. Yes. I tried to get in, but I couldn't get in. I couldn't it didn't capture me. And I usually like zombie shows, but it just didn't capture me. I got to episode 4 and then I got to episode 6 and I was over it. Episode 1 on Hulu had me sleep. On what show? What show, Zakia? You got me? Yeah, she said she was caught up in the storyline. I couldn't get it. Strangers with Nicole Kidman. Oh, it had me sleep. Oh, yeah, I haven't been getting to watch it, but it was interesting, so I'm gonna try to get into it. What have I been watching on Hulu? On Hulu, excuse me. Oh, I've been watching Motherland. Is that what it's called? Fort Motherland? Fort something? I don't know. It's about witches. It's about like this army of witches, and I really like that. And season 2 just came out, and I just binged it all. Did you watch Respect yet? No, I have not. I don't know. I'm not a. I, so I am not. She can sing. It's no doubt that she can sing, but I'm not going to a Jennifer Hudson concert. I'm not looking forward to a Jennifer Hudson performance. like at a tribute. I'm not because it feels like the one with Cynthia was so good. It was. I'm just not interested in Jay Hud's version. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm probably gonna end up watching it, but I'm just not really that interested. I'm not really that interested. It didn't pull me in. I'm not a I don't feel like Jennifer Hudson's voice has versatility. Yeah, I just I don't I want to give her a chance, but I'm gonna eventually watch it, but it's just not I'm not breaking my neck to watch it. Thank you, 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 thank you. Dotted blonde. Well, this kind of gray blonde. Toned it down. Give her a chance. Yeah, I'm gonna end up watching it. But also, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't find Aretha's story to be interesting either. Like it ain't like Tina. It ain't like Tina Turner. Aretha is a privileged church kid that could sing. And I don't find her story to be interesting. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I don't find Aretha's story to be interesting. We already talked about the package, y'all. Y'all is late. A beautiful toy. Her truth. Yeah, I want to hear the tea. If y'all not gonna tell the tea, and it's just gonna be the regular clean version of Aretha, girl. Especially her dad trying to control her. Like that ain't interesting to me. That's normal church PK kid shit. Like that's normal. Every girl who could sing in church, that's a part of the growing up. That's such a not a and they may be because I'm connected to girls who can sing that grew up in church. That's not an interesting story for me. It just seems like okay. Yeah, Aretha's story isn't interesting. She had a baby at 12 and 15. Yeah. And then from what I'm to hear, they don't even give you the tea on who the baby daddies is. They do the same thing where you don't know who the baby daddies is. And so ain't nobody telling the tea. It's all like innuendo and is some have you watched Pat on BT Plus? No, I don't have BT Plus. I rarely watch BT. Big Brother and Love Island. Gotcha. Um doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. To be honest, I'm tired of biopics of musicians. I don't know. I just want to. I would love to hear. Trying to. I'm tired of biopics of Whitney Houston. It's so many biopics of Whitney Houston. So many. It does give some details of stories about her dad, and sexual abuse. Got your blonde ambition. Hmm. Yes, thank you, thank you. She had a hey, BT actually has some cute shows. Yeah, I don't be mm, if it be giving Tyler Perry. It be giving have and have nots. It be giving Tyler Perry. It be giving green leaf, Queen Sugar. Not saying that those are bad things, but I just don't be getting into stuff like that. It just don't give me my life. Lord, let Whitney rest in peace. They won't leave that lady alone, baby. They give you a documentary every 6 months. A biopic documentary every 6 months. And the only one was sickening was the one that they admitted that the brothers had got her on coke. That was the only sickening one. They gonna have her as a hologram in Vegas. It's ridiculous. Biopics often use the musical fame to carry the story rather than investing time story tell. Yeah. And it's got to reveal something. One where she threw the whole tree at Paula Abdul. Oh, I didn't see that one. Or you talk about when she was reading Paula Abdul. I thought that one was sickening. Anything that gives me some new information or new shade, those are the sickening ones. But if you give me the same information, y'all know what was really, really good that I thought was a really, really good documentary? The one on Clive Davis. I didn't know he was into so many people's career. Like I didn't know the history of Clive Davis. Like his history, I knew his history with Whitney and shit, but and Arista a little bit. But like even further back, like with Columbia and with all the people's career that he was involved in, like all of my favorite people, he has some type of connection to their career. And I didn't know that. I didn't know he was I knew certain people, but like how many people I was like, and how many decades he has been curating just artists, like hit artists. I didn't know Clive Davis history like that, which was amazing. Mm. What episode do you want featured in the next season of High on the Hog? What episode? Hmm. High on the Hog was so fucking good. I can't even think it took me on a whole fucking full journey that I didn't even watch it in the sense of episodes. Like it just seemed like it almost seemed like it didn't seem like I don't want to say a movie, but it just flowed so well that I can't tell you what episode was good and bad, but it was so fucking good. What kind of food do you want them to discuss? Hmm, what kind of food? Season 2. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know. They did such a thorough job. I don't know. Whatever they want, they did such a thorough job on the first season. I'm just sure the second season is going to be amazing. I just love how they give tidbits, like just shit I didn't even think about in history. I didn't know the history, of oysters and its history of, racist history and certain things, and it just was fucking good. I don't know, it was just fucking good. Like I can't even think of shit. They cover so much, Whatever they cover, if they giving me sickening history, I'm okay with it. Give it to me. That's why Jaguar Wright said that he was the head of Illuminati. Weird. They told about his personal life. So what I didn't know is that he was an orphan. His mother and father died. He was of course he was a Jew. Um, his mother and father died. He ended up going to law school. And this is back in the day when, law school was 50 cent. And they were just fucking giving out jobs, and he got a job at Columbia. But yeah, he got, he was an orphan, and he was, his parents had died. So they gave you a little bit of history of his personal life, but really his mostly music. Mostly it was his music. Um do you know Keith Sweat was a stockbroker? No, I don't know anything about Keith Sweat's life. I know only about his music. He definitely kept out of scandals, which is, or either he got popular, when we didn't have the internet and shit. But even back then, I don't remember Keith Sweat being in no scandals, like being in any kind of tea or nothing. So I don't really know anything about Keith Sweat's personal life. I think the first person that I knew that he like dated was Lisa Wolf, and I only known about her because of her. Wasn't she on the first season of um Atlanta, of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Like very very first season. That's the first time I knew anybody that who he had dated. Um, I was yesterday years old when I found out. Yeah. I want to know who Clive was creeping with. This was the tea we need. Clive seemed quite corny. Like I do think that there are some corny ass, just regular degular niggas. Not saying that they asexual, but I don't know. I think one of the reasons why he was successful is that he didn't fuck with people. I personally think he didn't make any kind of bad blood. He had his little wife, and that's what it was. I heard he was by who? Keith Sweat or Clive Davis? Who are we talking about? Most of them niggas like that are up there in that kind of power and status, they be boring. Oh, Clive being by? That would be cool. Yeah, I haven't never heard that, but that would be cool. I know he has a son and a daughter that they talk about. They don't really talk about his romantic life. Clive came out as bi in his book. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. A few years ago. Oh, sickening. I didn't know anything about Clive's personal life. He was just a white executive. I never cared about him. So I didn't know. It's rumored that Clive was bi and that he turned out Andre Harrell. I get bi vibes. I get not just bi vibes. I get queer vibes from Andre Harrell. But but um but somebody is saying Clive came out in his book, so it's not rumored if he came out in the book. It's not rumored; it's confirmed by him, right? But yeah, Andre always gave me queer vibes. Andre gave me queer vibes. Um, who else? Um, Teddy Riley. Trying to think of all the producers. R. Kelly. R. Kelly always gave me Chicago Trade. I know he be doing the girls and doing little girls and da da da. But R. Kelly always gave me Chicago trade. Always. L.A. Reid. Yeah, yeah. They always give me professional butch queen, professional butch queens. Yes. I only think of you on two occasions. Mm, That's day and night. Mm-mm. I'll give the world if I could be with you. Only you can make it right. I'll give Teddy Riley a little taste. Yeah, he. I begin. Butch Queena, professional bookstore queens. Only you can make it right. Teddy's mouth bothers me. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's all them niggas gave me Queen Puff Daddy. They have money so they can fuck with bitches, of course, but they all gave me betrayed. They all gave me either full Butch Queen or Butch Queen masculine, Butch Queen, or just trade in general. They didn't. They never. I never got hood niggas from them. I got these are my sisters. I don't care what y'all say. I just Googled L.A. Reid. One of the titles was L.A. Reid says Justin Bieber was beautiful like a woman can be beautiful. What's that mean by Oprah? I used to have a huge crush on Diddy in my teen years. Diddy's personality was annoying to me. He looked good, like he looked like he would be my type, but his personality was too New York, too New York. Diddy gay mother a lot of the young rappers and singers. Ah, yeah, I don't. It's so. I'm hearing the storm. I'm from Brooklyn, so yeah. Do 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 do. I'm trying to think of who else. Yeah, I be thinking like Easy E. Like I'm like, honey, y'all was trade. I don't care what y'all say. Somebody, that's why y'all was getting the package and stuff, girl, because y'all was playing in the waters, honey. Y'all was playing in the waters. You don't have to front on me, bitch. So why don't you just give that pussy here? Give up the pussy so all I want is a little more. Or get your broke down ass out of my automobile. Y'all remember that song? You don't have to front on me, bitch. So why don't you just give that pussy here? It's called Automobile by NWA. Almost got a Bad Boy record tattooed. Child, I was down bad. Ooh. Usher, pre-herp, I felt like I could be free to do whatever with him, but after all these folks were signing NDAs before and after having sex, my free love for him closed down. Well, they are saying now Easy E may have not had the package and may have died from something else. His daughter is doing a show. Oh, child. Okay. Okay, girl. Give up the pussy so. Nigga, please. You provoke no feeling. You must have forgot the girl to whom you're dealing. It's not about your height, weight. When I say too short, you know what I mean, you see? I need a man, not a boy, to approach me. Your name and game really insults me. Your name is too short, or should I say too skinny? Without my money, honey, you wouldn't have a penny. You can keep your kiss. You're a frequent no tell you have no ass class, just simply trash. You're a typical nigga, the kind you don't take home. In the back, in the dark, in the danger zone. Like a short dog that carries fleas, you make my ass itch, twitch. Don't you wish you can scratch it and grab it like you want it? That's why you're all up on it. Doom, 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 doom. Fight the feeling. Doom, 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 doom. Fight the feeling. What are you smacking on? I am eating some strawberry banana Yoplait yogurt. Hmm. Uh, what's wrong? You don't want to talk about sex? What you say? We don't need to kiss. We don't have to fuck. I pull out my dick, bitch. You can suck. Girl, what's next? Oh, she's. Are you irritated by your Kotex? God, Too Short's lyric used to be so funny back in the day. Magic still got it. Yeah, Magic still got it. Same thing. I'm like, where you get it from, honey? Y'all was playing in the back in the day. Y'all could sneak and do so much stuff because it was, paparazzi wasn't the same in the same kind of way. You wasn't being tailed and followed and teed out in the same way. I don't know. I think the kids was playing in the waters. There are heterosexual men with it that only get with women. Absolutely. Definitely. That is true. It is true. But my imagination always runs because I'm on a whole different perspective of men. I just know so I just there's very few men. I don't know. It's just my life has taught me that there are very few men who are, let me say this. In the same way that women are fluid sexually and as popular being bi or being open to mess around with a woman is in women, it is just as popular with men. It's just that they're not able to express it like women freely. It's just as prevalent. But it's just for in my experience, I rarely have met men who are just heterosexual. If that's the image that they give, but if I talk to them or if I'm if I'm engaged with them and I talk and listen to them and they're open and they open up to me, I'm usually gonna find out some tea. It's very rare that I meet men who are just, oh, I'm straight. I just it's very rare. Yeah, it's just as common. It's just that women can be, oh yeah, I mess around with a girl, and I did a threesome with my man, and they can be more free to say what they feel. Um, but it's just as common. Is there women, cisgender women, cis heterosexual women that exist? Absolutely, yes, I do think. But I do think that there's cis heterosexual men that exist too. But I just don't come across them often. They're queer in some kind of way, and it might not be they're messing with dudes, but they might mess with trans women. They might do something that is outside of the cis het norm. Do you mean heterosexual? They just mess with cis women? I mean, they do something outside of the norm, outside of the cis het norm, cis heterosexual norm. Something. Get their dick sucked, go all the way. Um, they do something out of the cis het norm. Not necessarily that they gay or um bi. I don't, because some labels don't necessarily fit right with me, but they do something outside of what the image that they give out of the cis het norm, basically. I get all the trade as a gay man. How you gonna have all the testosterone and not explore? And if you, I think there's certain areas of our culture that gives you a glimpse of men's fluidity. And this is going to be weird to say. I don't know if it's weird, but it's um I don't know if it's weird. I'm just going to say it. I feel like if you are a gamer, the anonymity that gaming gives you, like online gaming, because you don't actually see people in person, if you listen to the conversations of men in those spaces, there is so much homoeroticism. There is so you don't know how many times I have been in conversation with the gaming community, and because and there's a lot of anonymity, like you don't know who it is, men will have the most open, honest conversations with you about sexuality. And it's so many. I'm like, oh wow. And then and not just with me, just like listening to conversations that randomly happen. Um, that randomly happen just sporadically. Um, it just there's so much homoeroticism in that space. But then when you go into space that women are not a part of, there's a lot of homoeroticism. When you go into locker rooms, they be smacking each other's butt, humping on each other, popping each other's dick. It's played off as playful. But if you are a queer male, we know, like if you were a male person, have experienced maleness in any form, and you've been in a space with boys or men, and you were a part of this space, we know that that is a gateway to them messing around with you. That horse playing and it may not lead to sexuality with other boys, maybe, but that was the easiest way for a boy to try to have me. Play with me and horseplay with me and wrestle with me, and they'll be wrestling and they dick be getting hard, and it was the easiest way for them to initiate some kind of freak shit. I don't know, and it might be my own personal experience, but if you are a queer person who navigated life in your teen years or in your preteen years with young boys, and you were a young boy, how did they initiate some kind of freaky stuff with you? For me, it was always through some type of horseplay or some type of pulling my hair, doing some type of, that childish way that boys show that they like you. And I think they do it with cisgender girls too sometimes. But especially with other boys. It's just they just do that. It just that kind of horse playing. Now I can't say they may lead with other boys, but I know when I was a little boy, they always tried to do that. So Maya talked about that during this week's episode of Box Fit about 5112. I haven't listened to this week's episode. I think this is one of those long lasting effects of Greek Roman culture. Explain that. In jail, in sports, in army, in cat's away, the men will play. If the cat's away, the men will play. Hmm. A lot of guys will get with trans women, but not a gay man. I think that's probably more common. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really. I can't. I don't know. Yeah, my first real sexual experience started with horseplay wrestling. Yes, that's how it normally starts. People only think queerness is from Greek culture. Yeah, I don't believe that. um, but I don't know. I just think it. I just think I don't think it's a. You can imagine that a trans woman would be a easier transfer. Like I can imagine that if a guy starts exploring at an older age, but in your younger years, prior to surgery, prior to hormones, prior to you coming into your full-fledged womanhood, there is, if we're going to keep it honest, prior to transition, even when you were dressing up, there's a very thin line between you as a trans woman prior to you getting your work and shit done. There's a very thin line between a femme boy, a femme gay boy who, queer up his clothes, and a trans woman. There's a very thin line between that. If we're gonna keep it honest. Now, yes, there's a wide line for an advanced trans woman and a regular gay boy. There's a wider range. But when y'all young and in y'all 10 years and y'all ain't got all that work done, there's a very thin line between a sissy boy and a trans a soft femme sissy boy and a bricky just starting out trans woman. Those lines get kind of so if a dude is even thinking about playing with the idea, I think those lines it'll be easy to cross those lines. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to I'm trying to go lighter. I want it to be platinum. Maybe it's the femininity that entices them. It could be multiple things. And every what attracts people is going to be very, very different. Because what if you are a femme boy with a big ass, juicy ass booty, and it just looks it's just nice and it's appealing. I don't, baby, on TikTok, it's a bunch of dudes on there showing off their cakes. It's like, damn, you thick like a regular ass chick. And that could be like a gateway, a nigga who like asses. That could be. It could have nothing to do with his femininity. It's like you film, but you got a fat ass. Your ass look like a woman's ass. What's up with that? And if the butch queen is talking right, it's so many things that could spark curiosity. I always said this. I always feel like it, to me, hooking up with a cishet dude, getting them to come over to the queer side, it's always, to me, it's a combination of, are you in the right circumstance? Are you the right person? Like, do you have the look that they like? Circumstance, look, and that inner curiosity that they have. Like, are they curious enough to cross the line? If you're in the right circumstances, it's the right time, also timing. Because there has been times where I felt like I wouldn't have had this dude if the timing wasn't perfectly right. Like, oh my God, we have this moment that I can have this person. And if I don't have him, I'm never going to have this moment again because he's in rare form in this moment. I'll give you a perfect example. So when I was in college, there was this guy who was real popular. Real popular. And my freshman year, he dusted me down. Dusted me down. Didn't say anything rude to me, but didn't even acknowledge, almost like that I didn't exist. Like he was intentionally not even acknowledging me. Like if I come in the room and all the tray is going up, like, oh, that's a man, and oh, look at this motherfucker dressed in these girl clothes, and whatever they doing, when I come in the room, there's going to be a response just because I'm the first trans woman to be on the campus. So when I come in the cafeteria, when I come in a space, when I come on the plaza, when I come in the hangout spots, in the union, wherever I come, there was going to be a there's going to be a reaction. So not necessarily a negative, totally reaction, but there's going to be an acknowledgement of me being in the space. But with him, it almost like he intentionally did not engage with me. Didn't engage with me, didn't acknowledge me, wasn't rude, wasn't mean, just almost like I didn't exist at all. So there was no way for me to gauge if he was cool with me or not cool with me. Like there was nothing for me to read of him. And so my freshman year, somebody being messy put out a list of people that they claim on the list that I messed with. Some of the list was true, but none of the list came from me. It just was people just making up a list. Now, some people on the list were true, but it just coincidentally true because I didn't make the list. I didn't talk to anybody about who I messed with. So the popular guy, was on the list, and everybody was passing. It was like they made a flyer. It was like they made a flyer about it, and they were passing the flyers around. It was just so childish and petty. In my mind, I was like, "This is college." So childish and petty. But his name was on the list. Just a bunch of the popular fine dudes that everybody that usually get bitches. They just was trying to be messy. So that was my freshman year. So we both were freshmen at that year. Um, and why he was popular is because he had a very popular position on the sport that he played. I'm trying to be as trying not to be as incriminating. Well, not incriminating. That's not the word. Whatever. To not indicate who the person is. Um, but we both were freshmen. And so our senior year, so this is 3 years later. So our freshman, sophomore, senior. One evening, it's probably like 2 in the morning, and I am coming from the plaza of Jackson State. And the plaza is like this area in the middle of the campus that everybody hang out at night. Motherfuckers who failing out of class, or who done did their homework early and want to hang out. Or during the weekends you hanging out on the plaza. And so when it gets around about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody going to bed. And so the plaza is across the campus. So for me to get back to my dorm room, I have to walk across the campus. And so he was coming from one of the dorms, because at this point he's one of the leaders, of course. Well, he was a leader then too, but he's older and one of the leaders of, the sports people. And they had all the freshman sports people in Dixon, which was by my dorm, because I lived in Stewart. But the older, more like varsity players, they were at the football dorm, which was by the plaza. So he was coming from my dorm towards his dorm, which was the football dorm, and I was coming from the plaza, also by the football dorm, to my dorm. So we were crossing paths, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you. Yeah, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and so there's nobody around, and he's coming this way, and I'm coming this way, and I don't really make eye contact with him. I just kind of walk past him and go forward. Walk. Because he always dusts me down. Remember, like, he never engages with me. So there's nothing, and this has been going on for years. So there's been moments where we were by ourselves that he just ignored me like I was nothing. And so this has been going on for 3 years. So I didn't expect this moment to happen. And so we're walking, and he's coming this way, I'm coming this way. When I pass him, he walks a little bit further back. Keep going, I keep going. Then he turns around, he says, "Hey." And I turn around, and he says, What dorm you in?" And I say, I'm in Stewart. Why?" And he was like, "What room you in?" And I was like, 115. He was like, "That's where you about to go?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I'm about to meet you in your room." I say, "Okay." I don't even say okay. I say, and keep walking. So in my mind, now I'm getting excited about the situation. I'm like, why would he be in my room? But of course, he's trying to do something. Why would this person, who never have talked to me in the 3 years of my college experience, want to meet me in my room? Like, what is that about? Um, so it was okay, cool. So I go to my room. I hear I knock, and I open the door. He comes in, close the door back, and he he comes in, and he just kind of sits on the other bed. So anytime I have a dorm room, all the dorm rooms are always meant for two people to live in them. But because I'm the trans woman in the boys' dorm, ain't no boy gonna be roommates with me. So I always got an extra bed in my room. And so he sits on the extra bed, and we sitting there talking, and he says, he was like, "Damn." He was like, "You got a room all by yourself." And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "So you don't got a roommate at all?" I was like, "Mm-mm." I was like, "I never have." And he was like, "Damn." And it's bullshit small talk, and then he brings up the list from back our freshman year, and he brings up the list, and he says, "Man," basically his whole point was, we have been it's been rumored that we hooked up years ago, and the shit just really died down where I don't even have to hear about it. Like, niggas ain't saying nothing about it. And he was like, the crazy part is I ain't even fucking ever talked to you. This is my first time talking to you. And we ain't never hooked up. Did you tell somebody that we hooked up? I was like, no, that whole list was fake. And he was like, that's so crazy to me. And I was like, yeah. Like, I mean, that's petty ass childish people. And he was like, shit, well, I feel like all the fucking rumors, if I was to do it now, I wouldn't even, I mean, I've already done got the brunt of any kind of negative consequence of any kind of rumors starting. So at least I can enjoy actually doing it. And I'm like, true. I'm like, so what's up? Honey, the in my mind, that was just a spare of the moment timing thing. And we hooked up, but it was a timing thing. If I wouldn't have been walking with that night in that moment, in that situation, we never would have hooked up. We never. If that night hadn't happened, we never would have hooked up. Cause the moment, it was a timing thing. I never would have hooked up when I was in my freshman year because he was dusting me down. It just was a timing moment. I was the right person at the right time in the situation. And so we were able to get down because it was the right moment at the right time. And I think like even my homegirl, she's talked about this. She's talked about this one incident where, she's a cis heterosexual woman, never been with a woman. But she said there was this one incident at a club that she decided in that moment, because she was vibing with this chick, excuse me, because she was vibing with this chick, that y'all did it again. No, we didn't do it again. It was whack. That dick was little and late. He was beautiful. He was a beautiful man, but that dick was little and late. He actually lives in Houston. When I moved to Houston, I found out that he had moved here like a couple of years before because he was on some type of football team out here, not NFL, but whatever other kind of group team, um, whatever other kind of not the NFL, what's like the bootleg NFL, but they get paid to do it. He is married. He is married with a beautiful little girl and a beautiful little boy. Um, is there a team that starts with an A, like the American Football League? It's not the NFL. It's like a bootleg NFL. It's not the NFL though, but they get paid just like other, like basketball players. There's some basketball players that are contracted, um, that make money, but they play for France or they play for Mexico. They play for a different group that's not the NFL. And so he plays for whatever that's not the NFL, whatever the most popular one that's not the NFL. He plays for them. And so there's a team that was based in Houston. That's arena football, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of athletes makes a lot of money overseas. Yeah. So no, it's not fantasy. He really plays. They really play. It's really games. It's just not the popular one. It's just not the popular system like NFL. So so yeah. But it was whack. Such American Football League. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. And he plays, and yeah, it just um like he's on my Facebook now, and we've talked, but the session was horrible. The session wasn't. It was too fast, and the piece was too late. It was so late. But it was the timing of the situation. It was my point was it was the timing. There's certain situations, certain times that it was it was just the timing was right in the moment. Um and I've had a bunch of situations like that. And that was his first experience. I don't know what experience it was. I didn't ask. I don't know, but I know that he never had even hinted to me about hooking up. We never had that kind of conversation before. And but in that moment, he took the chance. I had tons of experiences like that. Um yeah, just tons of experiences. I remember I talk about Jonathan. I've talked about Jonathan before, my ex Jonathan. The day that I met Jonathan, we were on the Greyhound. And on the Greyhound, back in the day, the Greyhounds used to be lit. I would hook up with people on the Greyhound. I would like if a fine boy get on the Greyhound and y'all sit next to each other, honey, it could get real. It could get real juicy. um, so I'm coming from New Orleans, and so how the Greyhound works on New Orleans, it goes over to Mobile, and I'm going back to Indianapolis, and then it takes you from Mobile all the way up 65. So it goes through Birmingham, Nashville, Louisville, Kentucky, into Indianapolis to Chicago. So no shade. It used to be some tea on the Greyhound, baby. Yes, ma'am. Anybody, the Greyhounds used to be lit. Oh, they used to be lit, baby. Lit, baby. And the trade. Oh, the trade used to be so love on the Greyhounds. So this is one of those moments. I was coming from New Orleans, and we were coming from, and a guy got on the bus from Mobile to um he was going from Mobile to, is there enough space on there for that? Well, I was skinny at the time, so there was tons of space. I don't think it'd be space now, but at the time, yes, it was. We both were skinny, slender young tenders. And so which is crazy because both of these people got on the bus at the same time. There was my, at this point, I didn't know, but he was about to be my 4 year long, 3, 4 year long relationship man. He was getting on the bus, and this guy who I'm about to tell y'all about, Demetrius. Demetrius gets on the bus. So Demetrius gets on the bus, and he is this very beautiful, pretty lips, light skin ass boy with with like braids, and he just is he just was fucking gorgeous. He was not my stereotypical type, but he was gorgeous by far. And so he sat next to me, and he had some swag about him. He had confidence. He was just right. And so he gets off the bus. So between Mobile and Birmingham, we on we on the bus, and we flirting, and I end up pulling this piece out. It gets real raunchy. We don't actually have any freaky stuff happen other than me forcing him to pull his piece out so I can see what it's giving. Um, but we exchange numbers. Now, on the phone, I find out when I get home, um, that he has a whole girlfriend that's in college. and he's in college, and he has a whole little situation going on. Da 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 da. So this situation I know is not really going anywhere because I'm not coming to no fucking Mobile, Alabama, and he's not coming to Indianapolis. So we kind of just talking on the phone just to kiki, basically. And so something happens. Something happened where that changes. He's going to Chicago, I think. I think he's going to either Detroit or Chicago. So he has to drive, and he's driving. He's not taking like the bus. He's driving. So he wants to come through Indianapolis so he can holler at me. And so in the scenario, now at this point we're talking for like we've been talking for maybe like 2 months on the phone, kiki and laughing, da da da, late now talking, and I don't know what's different between now. We would tear the Greyhound bus up, traveling and falling in love for the trip, right? um, I don't know what's different now as I've gotten older, but I can't sit on the phone and talk to Trey like I used to. I used to be able to sit on the phone and kiki and laugh and talk about our dreams and talk about. I could be on the phone with a nigga for hours because he would be talking about something, talking about dreams and talking about relationships and what we want to do, and I could be on the phone for hours and not be bored. Now, baby, I cannot sit on the phone with no nigga. Niggas' conversation be so boring to me. I just haven't. It's very few people that I can just sit on the phone, and I just can't do it no more. I used to be able to do it, but back then, we would sit on the phone and laugh and I joke, and it just was such an amazing conversation. Don't say forcing. Google is watching. Forcing. Oh. um. So in this situation, he ended up coming from Alabama to um to Indianapolis. And it's just something about Mississippi rural or small town boys from Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Arkansas, like rural or small town boys. It's just something about them that used to make me fall in love with them. They were so country and so masculine and just it was just so everything. So you were young and free back then. Yes, I was. And so he comes all the way to Indianapolis and he comes to my house and I think it's like a February, April, probably like April. Like an April. Yeah, like an April. And so his ass, I end up telling him my tea in person. Like in person, he done came all the way from Mobile. So I'm like, you either down with it or you not. And so in this moment, he's like, man, why you didn't tell me long time ago? Like, now we done got to the point where we done been talking on the phone and for 2 fucking months, I done drove all the way up here to see you. We done talked about me leaving my girl. We done talked about like I'm like really invested in you. Like that. Boy. You either want to do it or not. What is you trying to do? Honey, I'm telling you up. I'm telling you now. My job is to tell you before we hook up. So I'm telling you now. You either down or you're not. What's up? You here now. And in that moment, he makes the decision. I feel like if I would have told him before, he would have made the decision like, like no. It would have gave him a chance to say no. But because we're in the moment, we're in the moment. You see me in person, we vibing, and I tell you, it gives you a chance to think about it in a more positive light. Cause we sitting here, you sitting, you chilling, we vibing. I'm looking sexy, you looking sexy. We got some chemistry going on. You gonna let this chemistry go to waste, my nigga? And you ain't even from here, my nigga. You ain't from here. What? Who turns down? Like Strong J. You gonna turn down this pussy? Yes, I'm on my Strong J shit, honey. You gonna turn down this pussy? Pussy, pussy, pussy. Pussy, pussy, pussy. You telling me you travel all this way, and you don't want any action? Police, right? So he was in the moment. He said, "Fuck it, let's go." And so we wear it out. We get our life. He spent the night. We have the whole night through. Honey, very R&B about it. And so, it's a love session. Now, when he gets back home to Alabama, he don't call me no more. Yeah, he ended up calling me, but not like he was doing. He was calling me every fucking night in that first 2 months. But once we have, he was trying to come through when he was coming through. When I came back to Mississippi, he was trying to come over to Mississippi. And so he wasn't. Now it was just strictly sexual, but I already done had you, so it ain't really that deep for me. But he ended up coming visit me in Mississippi when I moved to Mississippi. Because that was closer to Indiana, so he was able to come over. So we hooked up in our friendship. We hooked up probably like 4 times. Love session. His piece was nice. It was a love session. Everything was sickening. Yeah, it's the timing. It is the timing. Get you a little taste. It's the timing. And that moment of I'm here, I might as well. It's real strong when the bitch in front of you, when you done drove all this way, and the bitch in front of you looking sickening, and y'all done talk cash shit over the phone about what y'all gonna do to each other. And at that time, I hadn't learned how to do any kind of tricking. I was still kind of scary. So I had to tell you, baby, if it was me 2 years after that, I wouldn't have told you nothing. I would have just bent over and see what we got. And see what pops up. But, you know, I was scary at that point. I used to be pen pal and phone fish. Now it's hot and by yes. Oh, I used to be able to pen pal and write letters and send it to the dudes in prison that I knew who had got locked up. I used to be able to talk on the phone, baby. I used to be able to do all that. Now I'm like, oh, boy, you trying to come over? What's up? Why are we on this phone for this long, child? I'm not sitting on this phone. You don't want to talk to me? No, I don't. Prison love letters, baby. Sometimes it's just the timing. It's the timing of the situation. There have been a lot of situations where I think that the scenario was it was because I was the right person at the remember my my I told y'all about that. Told y'all about Bonnie Louise, my cousin Bonnie and Jeff, who untucked my piece under the skirt. There was a lot of situations like that where it was like, we gonna do it now, or I'm probably not gonna do this. So what's up? Or there'll be a moment where all the dudes in the situation are on one accord. I remember this too. And trans women, y'all can tell me if y'all had these type of situations where there'll be some moments where, it'll be the one you attracted to. The niggas around may be saying something negative. I was invested in that episode. I remember that from the podcast. I was in, so there will be the niggas around. It's like, that's a dude, or bro, that's a man. Or they're doing something that makes it like, ooh, I might not want to fuck with this. This is getting late. But in the dude's mind, he might be like, damn, she fine though. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like that. Excuse me. But there's moments in my life. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, but there's moments when all the dudes in the situation, thank you. All the dudes in the situation are on one accord. They all is like, bruh. They all is like, I might play with this situation. And when they all have that collective, it could be 2 boys, it could be 3 boys, it could be 4 boys. When they all have the collective mindset of, I don't care what's up, it makes for a wonderful evening. I can't say that happens all the time. It's usually somebody in the group that's like, or some type of resistance, or will say something negative that sets the tone. But there are moments where to be like, say you get a group of like a 2 boys and they in a situation and the tea gets spilled, or you spill the tea, and they both is like, man, you don't say nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing. And they like, fuck it, let's go. What's up? You'll have that moment. Or to be like 3, or to be, I ain't never had it where it was more than 4, but I've had a 4 dude situation where they all was down and I had to pick one. Like, I don't want all of y'all. I want that. But there'll be moments where everybody is on one accord. Have y'all ever had that experience, trans women or I wonder, queer men, have y'all had that experience with one of the pieces of trade? I would think would be a little bit harder. Yeah, I've had that experience. Yeah, I had that experience where 2 guys, they were bros, but during the session they were having with each other, I was gagging, but it was sickening. Word. They probably was having each other before. Anyway, that's what that sounds like. This time of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation. I've had that experience, but I'm always scared to reveal the tea. Well, this is when they know the tea. Like, they down with the situation, but they know the tea. That's what I'm talking about. Where it's revealed, but instead of it turning into, oh hell nah, it turns into a, what's up? You down, bro? You down? Let's do it. Yeah, I've had it's been it's been a few moments where it was a different a different kind of vibe. Different kind of vibe. Listen to that vibe. Listen to that vibe. What's that? Listen to that vibe. Is that a song? Listen to that vibe. Why is that coming in my brain? Listen to the vibe. Is there a song called Vibe? Uh-huh. Listen to that vibe. Listen to that vibe. Is that a song? It's in my brain. I don't know who it's by. Is that Johnny? It is Johnny. Called Vibe. Has a song called Vibe. Yes, it is Johnny. Listen to that vibe. Listen to that vibe. I think that's the melody. I think that's Johnny. If there isn't, you just made it. Yeah, I think it's to that vibe. Let me see. Oh, what y'all want to talk about? It is 20 minutes left. Johnny vibe. See the light. I don't want to get demonetized. Yes, I'm gonna have to listen to that when we done. That was my sound. That just randomly came in my head because I was talking about the vibe. Listen to the vibe. I hate when it happens. I'm glad that y'all was here to let me know because I sure wouldn't have thought about what it was. I was like, I sometimes I'd be thinking that it just comes out, but I'm like, no, that's a song from their first album. Yes, Johnny. Listen to that vibe. Hopefully that won't get it. Hopefully it didn't play long enough. To... Mm, yeah, Johnny. Johnny. That vibe. That was one of their hits, yes. Hey, Mr. DJ, you can get this started. Everybody ready to party all night. All the girls are ready, so we can let me do it. So we can party to the break of dawn. Oh, everybody. Move your body down to it. Here is something that's gonna make this moving groove. Hey DJ, keep playing this song all night, on and on and on and on and on and on. And whatever, what other one? And well, it's a groove. Well, that's too high. Well, it's a groove thing. We got a funky swing. Well, it's a groove thing, a groove thing. We're moving on, keep it strong. Don't you let you steer you wrong. It's a groove thing, a groove thing. I'm gonna give you what you want, just as long as you're around. It's a groove thing. Party people, it's a silky fun and groovy thing. Party people, it's a silky fun and groovy thing. Oh yeah. Party people, it's a silky fun and groovy thing. Um, what other song? Sending my love to you, waiting for you. Sealing in with the kiss, sending my love. Wanna make you touch the sky. Your body's moving left to right. The feeling so dynamite, dynamite. It's a groove. No, that's still the same song. No, I'm sending my love. I'm mixing up their hits. Love to you, baby, I am waiting for you to come home to me. With a kiss, sending my love. I can't remember the bridge of Sending My Love. Anyway, they had some songs. They had some fire songs. They had some fire songs. Yeah. Please do a Handmaid's Tale review of this season. I love your insight on the show and the parallels with today. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What was that song on their second album? Rendezvous or Crush? Oh, it was Crush. Yeah, they had a fight. I love that song. Their song Crush. Y'all gonna da, 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 da. I don't want it to get demonetized with all this music. It always serves me. Please. Mm, mm, I'm available to you. You. My will I give to you. I'll do what you say do. Use me, Lord, to show someone the way and enable me to say, my storage is empty and I am available to you. You. Have you watched The Mayor of Easttown? So I started to watch that and it got boring and I cut that shit off. Is it good? Do I need to keep going? Praise and worship. All right. Y'all better know y'all gospel, baby. Know y'all 80s gospel. 80s gospel number, baby. All the kids. Oh, Sean. Oh, let me pull out an old indie number. This is the old indie number. Um, he'll keep you in perfect peace. Just keep your mind stead on him. He'll keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind on him. And then he's a keeper. Yes, he is. He's a keeper. Ah, you remember that? Yes, he is. He's a keeper. Yes, he is. He's a keeper. Uh. Yes, he is. That's not just indie. That's Chicago. That's all Midwest. Y'all remember that song? That's Rodney Bryant, baby. I knew that would take you back, Sean. Ah! He's a keeper. Yes, he is. He's a keeper. What did they used to sing? What did they used to sing at Unity? Yeah, that's how they used to sing it. Brandon, give you a nasty old church squall, baby. Yes, he is. There used to be Unity, not Unity, what's the gay church in Indy called? Is it Unity Fellowship? It's not the gay church, but where all the gays go. Is it Unity or Universal? Is it Universal? Is it Universal or Unity? I think it's Unity Fellowship. Or is Bishop Payne still the pastor? Bishop Payne used to be a pastor. Billy Payne's grandfather or father, grandfather. Yes, Universal. Bishop Carl Bean. No, it wasn't. Yeah, Unity Fellowship is Bishop Carl Bean. No, that's out. That's out in the West Coast. That's the West Coast church girls. Not him. I'm talking about Universal. Yeah, I'm talking about Universal. So that was in Indianapolis where I'm from. But I know who Bishop Bean is too. That's the West Coast church queens, honey. um, but do you remember they used to sing Universal Choir used to go to like Soul Fest and shit, and they would sing this I don't even remember the words. God, they would sing it with so much fucking bravado. Um every knee it feels so funny doing it. Every knee shall bow, every toe shall confess. But all of the choir would be doing this like crazy vibrato. Like it'll be the sopranos, the altos, and the tenors, and they would be giving this like very exaggerated exaggerated vibrato. And they mouth and they necks would be doing like this. Every knee shall bow, every toe. It is fucking hilarious. I know you remember that. But they would sound sickening, but it was definitely Universal. They would sound sickening, but it would be like y'all are being so extra, and all the boys in the choir be looking gay as hell with they wide leg pants on, slick backs or blonde hair, and they'll be sitting there every day. Is Universal still around? I'm pretty sure. What in Universal Kojic? Universal Church of God in Christ, Indianapolis. my earring. Might as well take the other one out. Uh, yep, they still there, honey. Bishop Payne. Bishop Payne, Universal Ministries Worldwide, Indianapolis, baby. Yeah. My aunt used to call that the gay church. I love going though. It wasn't a gay church. They weren't gay friendly at all. But so many of the gays went there that, you know, Blue, yep, Blue. Where is Blue at? Is he still around? Jennifer Holiday. Yes, that. It's that all that extra shit that Jennifer does, but in a choir form. It was so hilarious. But it used to be so sickening. They used to sing Napoleon, baby. Napoleon used to have the choir wearing it out here, have on a motherfucking lime green fur with a lime green suit on and freeze curls stacked to the moon, directing the choir. I miss Napoleon. Oh, I do miss that era of indie. That era of indie was fire. This new era was whack, honey. It's whack. I'm always bored when I come back to indie. But that era, that mid 90s era of indie, baby, it was so fire. I had fun. He is still here with us. Work. Come on. Brother Blue. Yes, I loved what other churches that I loved? I used to love Grandview, Apostolic. That used to be that's the church I grew up in. If you didn't know, Sean Graham, I know Bishop Tyson out of Grandview. It got real creepy when I was little, so I haven't been back since I was fucking 9, 10. But that church, it I was at that church when it was brown and tan. Now it's been remodeled, so it's like purple and white. I don't know. It turned into purple and white. I don't know if it's still purple and white, but before it was purple and white, um it was tan and brown, like an ugly tan and brown church. And Bishop Tyson was over it, and Dr. Leonard Scott, he was a dentist. At the time, he was a dentist. Now I think he's like even preaching now. You love that church culture. I did. When I was little, I loved it. Woo, I was in apostolic church too. Yes, I oscillated from apostolic Pentecostal to Kojic, back and forth. And I would have to go to Kiki's church, Kiki Wise. They were at Westland. They were at Westland Church. Ah, they were at Westland. Oh, then we had Grace Apostolic, which was on 22nd in College. Bishop Golder. We would have to go to Grace. We would go to Grace sometimes too. Um, what other churches do we have to go to? Grandview, Christchurch, Christchurch Apostolic. That was on Grandview. Christ. That was called Christchurch Apostolic. And then we had Grace Apostolic, and then what other church? Good Samaritan. Yes. It can be super toxic, but it can also be home. Well, for me, I won't say it was home, but it was where that it incubated my love of music. So, I like churchy shit. Church. I like a little Jesus in my gospel, honey. Even though I ain't a Christian, I like a little Jesus in my gospel, baby. Um, Grace, Light of the World used to be lit. Light of the World used to be lit. Mount Olive used to be lit. Mount Olive. Mount Olive, Light of the World. Who else used to be lit? Grace used to be lit. I don't know nobody else that used to be lit. Universal used to be lit, of course. Yeah. I wonder if Chris Kelly is still fine. Oh, I don't know. He was never fine to me. He was never my tea, never my tea. I wonder is Lamar Campbell still making music, still producing? Mm, Lamar is. What about Mr. Redding? Is he still choir directing? Mr. Redding, his freaky self. Who else? Who else was popping in music? Ronnie Bryan. I haven't heard from him in a minute. Um, what else? He'll keep you in perfect peace. Just keep your mind stead on him. He'll keep you in perfect peace. If you keep your mind on him. That's when God's Property had came out. Ooh. God's Property was popping. Uh, Let me look up that album. God's Property album.
Albums by God's Property include God's Property from Kirk Franklin's New Nation.
Yes, I know. Let me see what the track list is. That Stomp was the first single, yes. Make me wanna stomp. Make me clap my hands and makes me wanna dance and stomp. My life is in your hands. Yes, this was the album, baby. My life is in your hands. It's raining. More than I can bear. Ooh, hallelujah. More than I can bear. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I melody done and fair I can hear when I'm all alone, even in those times when I feel all hope is gone. Up above my head, I hear joy bells ringing. There must be a God somewhere. There must be a God somewhere. La da da da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Oh, this was my jam. I need to get this album. I hear music everywhere. There must be a God somewhere. Oh, this was my jam. Oh. Mm. I love that song. Sweet Spirit. So good was fire. The storm is over now. I feel like I can make it. Oh, this get me emotional. That song used to get me through. The storm is over now. As I walk alone, I'm not on my own. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Ah! What else? What's ain't didn't this have I thought this had something about the name Jesus. I guess not. Something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name. Which one had that? I know something about the name Jesus. Which one was that one? Is it this? Is it New Nation? Oh yeah, that was new. That was New Nation Project. Yeah, that was that one. Yes, Kurt wore that out. More than I can bear got me through my mother's transition. Um, I can't think of how does more than I can bear go. Um, I just remember they did the praise dance at the end. That always made me want to go in and run around the room, baby. Run around the room. Let me see if I can do it without getting without it playing. Hey, Lord, good God Almighty. Oh, mhm. I've gone through the fire. Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay. And I've been through the flood. Gone through the fire. And I've been through the flood. Oh, this was the jam. I've been broken into pieces. See lightning flashing from above. And through it all, I remember that he loves me and he cares. And he'll never put more on me than I can bear. Oh, oh, oh. This was nice. He snapped. Kurt snapped on this album. These 90s albums, Kurt really went in. Oh, I've gone through the fire and I've been through the flood. Yeah, yeah. I've been broken into pieces. See lightning flashing from above. That was his best album. But through it all, I don't know. I kind of like the what's the one that had silver and gold on it? I kind of like that one too. And he cares never put more on me mm-mm-mm, than I can bear. No, never. The gag is Kirk can't sing, but he knows how to find a good singer. Yes, God, he knows who can blow. Oh no, never, never, never. Oh, he won't. Oh, his word said he won't. I believe it. I receive it. I claim it. Mm-mm-mm. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Word said he won't. This is word said he won't. Yes, come on. You'll never put more on me than I can bear. Come on, you better sing. Yes, that was my sickening. That album was my sickening. I'm getting goosebumps because that album used to. That had some anointing on it, baby. Ah, that had some that album had some anointing on it. Yeah, that album was chef kiss. Wasn't thinking about nobody's being saved and sanctified, but that album will get you through some. Oh, yeah. His word said he won't. I believe it. I claim it. It's mine. Yes. Yeah, just something about that 90s gospel that was it, baby. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, excellent. Oh, excellent. Yes. I remember Lucretia Campbell. What does Lucretia sing? Lucretia used to sing with the is it the Wilmington Mass Choir? She was saying, what do I do? This is actually my favorite gospel song. When I don't know what to do. What do I say when I don't know what to say? Where do I turn? Mm-hmm. Ooh. What are the answers to those questions that seem to have no answer? Where I do, oh Lord, when I don't know what to do. What do you have me to say, Lord, each and every day, Lord? Ooh, when I don't know what to say, where do I go? What are the answers to those questions that seem to have no answer? I'll just stand still until your will is clear to me. Oh, I'll just stand still until your will is clear to me. Woo! I'll just stand still until your will is clear to me. Mm. Yes, God. Come on, y'all. Hallelujah. What do I do? Your word said you promised to provide, baby. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey. Oh, excellent. I think that's the first song that I heard Kiki sing ever in my life. I think that's the first song that I heard when she was still like a soprano, when she hadn't had no babies and her voice hadn't dropped. Ah, Ishandala. Ishandala. Oh, glow. Oh, God. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. What is the cry in his name? It's hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise him in the morning, praise him in the noonday, praise him in the evening. I will bless the name of the Lord. Praise him. Glory be to God. Mm. The kingdom suffering violence is a violence. Dun, 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 kingdom is a suffering violence. Yeah. I remember Kiki sing to us on the beat one time. I had to hold my tears, and she was young and then hanging after dark with the children. Hmm. Yes, I have walked through the rain like Paul. I am strange, chained. I have even felt pain. Yes, I have. I have had a taste of sorrow, and from the past I have borrowed. But somehow I've always felt that there was hope for tomorrow. Jesus, unhook the chains, and my Lord, ease the pain. He gave me nothing to lose, and to gain. He gave me nothing to lose, nothing to lose, nothing, nothing. He gave me nothing to lose, nothing to lose, nothing, nothing, nothing. And to gain. We don't have a lot of R&B singers that sings like they from the church anymore, because it's not poppy. They did a they want a more they did some type of study that I have read about where songs that are the most popular, like they have very easy melodies to mimic. Like people who are the most songs that are the most popular have the most easy. They don't want it to be so difficult that they can't mimic it. They need to be able to sing along with it and feel like they can sing along with it. Not now, of course, there's some exceptions, but um having that versatility to be able to sing in that kind of plain way. without doing all the extra. All the extra, all the extra singers are gonna like, but regular everyday people, they don't. They want to be able to sing along with you. And so if you're doing all this, they're gonna be like, "What? No." Now singers are gonna like if you do all that extra shit, but regular people, they want you to be, oh baby, baby, of what I supposed to know. They want something wasn't right. Oh baby, baby. They want that. They want that. Plain simple. Standing on the blank place before you, open up the dirty window. That's my jam though. Let the sun illuminate the words I'm reaching for something in the distance. So close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition. Feel the rain on your skin. Only you can think it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else. No one else. You're all the words of the and the rest is still unwritten. I can't remember the words. They want simple melodies, simple melody. You say I only hear what I want to. I don't pay attention to the distance that you're running to anyone, anywhere. Don't understand if you really care. I'm only hearing negative. No, 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 nah. Either radio on, radio up. And this woman was singing my song. A lover in love, but the other won't stay. I think that's something that let her run away. Run away to the other two were dying since the day they were born. Well, I don't know the words. That sounds too much like a commercial. Was dying to the day they were born. Well, I think I was going, but I'm proud. Oh, what's that one? That they always sing the white girl song. 10,000. What's the one? Vanessa Carlton. What's that song? Carlson or whatever. Mm, mm. And it isn't it ironic, don't you think? It's like rain on a wedding day. It's a free ride when you're already paid. It's some good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? Life has a funny way of sneaking up on you when you think everything's okay and everything's going right. Nah, nah. Life has a funny way of helping you out when you think everything's going wrong and everything blows up in your face. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. And yeah, I really do think that's one of the best albums ever made. Make my way downtown. Making my way downtown. Walking fast, fast phrases pass, and I'm homebound. That song. That's such a easy, such a happy song. She was one of my favorite singers. I love Alanis Morissette. I love her. I love Alanis. crown. What's the what's the song? What's the song by Joni Mitchell's? All always seem to go, and you don't know what you got till it's gone. Um, it ain't paradise. Put up a parking lot. Have y'all heard her sing that live? Like it's so her voice is so cute. I never really got into it so much, but her singing that song, particularly live, it makes me happy. Ain't paradise, but I put up a parking lot. And then when she says, put up a parking lot, when she take it to the bottom, I love it. Ain't paradise, but you put up a parking lot. Oh, always seem to go, 'cause you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Ain't paradise, but you put up a parking lot. Oh, what's that? I want to go back to that. An old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, a little too late. And isn't that ironic? Don't you think? What's the traffic jam when you're already late? Oh, that's my favorite line. A no smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. It's meeting the man of my dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. And isn't it ironic? Bop, bop. Mm. What's that? I'm already torn. Um, we in the 90s, well in the you know how I feel. I'm clothed in lion shame, lying naked on the floor. Another day, any time. I don't know the words. Y'all remember that song by Natalie Imbruglia? Is that how you say it? Imbruglia something? I'm already torn. What else? What else? My favorite '90s alternative bops. Um, um, da, 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 do, do. Do you like Atlanta's newest tracks? I don't know. Imbruglia, yeah. Natalie Imbruglia. What other songs? What was that song by Pearl Jam? Losing my religion. That's me in the corner. Is that was it? Gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be strong. You gotta be tough. You gotta be wise. Why? Oh, hold on, I gotta look. She has too many words. I have to look the words up. You gotta be bad. You gotta be Desiree. Gotta be. Hello.
Hi, this is Nastro, the technician. The ready for now?
All right, I'm on the way right now.
Yes,
I'm 5 minutes
yes,
away.
yes.
All right.
Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, y'all. I have a lash appointment, so I will talk to y'all later, y'all. The Spice Girls. I'll come back later.